Who doesn't like to be admired by others? Who doesn't like to be the best version of themselves? Who doesn't like to be a person that others can rely on? Me, you, and everybody wants to be the best version of themselves, don't we? If you agree with this statement, then you can continue to watch this video, or else you can just leave right now, like how you stopped on learning new habits, like how you let yourself down each and every time. So, for all of those who stayed, congratulations. Now let's learn about how to cross those who left at that point. So in this video we will be talking about how to be better at life, and this will be your starting point. Like, this is the point for you to start from, and my upcoming videos will take you from this point to that final destination of happiness, which I will be talking in my other videos as well. And all of my other videos are going to be a successor of this video right now, which will carry on the message. Well, let's start by pointing out the most common and the most difficult things that youths and other people, like simple ordinary people, find hard to while trying to better themselves. So the first principle is keeping your body healthy. So what does it mean? Well, to give you a practical example, for example, if I have a water bottle right here, if this bottle had holes in it and it was dirty, then it could not hold this pure drinking water which I could drink right now. But since it has already overcome those inabilities and it doesn't have any holes, it doesn't have dirt, any grime, so it is able to hold that pure water much more easily than those bottles with holes and dirt inside of it. It is able to keep that water pure for as long as possible. And the same example applies in human beings. So if you're trying to do something new, if you are trying to do better in life, the first step will be keeping your vessel, your body, healthy. So what does it mean? What does it mean by keeping your body healthy? It simply means that you need to know your body. Many youths have a fake mentality that physique is all about showing your body. It's about showing your gains. It's like you are flexing your biceps and you have a great physique. That's not all. You need to know your body. You need to know which part works well. You need to learn about new things. You need to better yourself each and every time. And for all of those dummies like me who don't know anything about physique, then don't worry. In the future videos, I will be talking on these topics as well. So, the second thing. Now you have already completed the phase of improving your physique, and you do have the knowledge that you need to keep your body healthy first. Now you have done it. So what's next? So now let's sign the document. Let's sign the proposal of success. What does it demands? So the second principle is pain is a must for success or happiness. See, everything in this world goes through a phase of sadness and despair before it actually is able to feel that gain. For example, if you planted a paddy in like a moderate environment without those harsh winds and very dreadful weather climate, it wouldn't harvest any rice within it. It couldn't fathom that rice. It couldn't fathom that goal, that result, that gain. So, whenever you are on your path of success and you feel like you have let yourself down or you are not improving much, then just remember that when you signed that document of life, of trying to get better, you have already thought all about it. You have calculated the loss, you have calculated the risk, you have calculated how many times you are going to fall, but you need to keep on standing tall, facing, staring it in the eyes, Like how Steve Jobs once said, sometimes life hits you in the face like a brick, but don't give up. It was the quotation by one of the most greatest men who was able to achieve his success. So we need to perform some risks. We need to do something that other people are not willing to do. You need to go through that pain. It doesn't mean that you need to go through pain all of the time, but you need to know that you are going through this pain not because you are trying to restrict yourself. You should know that when I thought of improving myself, I already knew that the pain was coming. I already knew everything. I was ready, I was prepared for it so that you can fight it back. So every time you go through a phase of despair while trying to improve yourself, just remember that was all calculated. This was all a calculated risk, or calculated loss, or calculated sadness, and there will be a phase of bliss after this harsh weather. Now comes the most interesting phase. Have you ever heard of a quote that goes on like, today is much more difficult, tomorrow is even difficult, tomorrow evening is much harsher, but the day after tomorrow is full of bliss. Well, just like how it is said in this quote, that success does not come right away. It's not like overnight success. You work hard enough, and one day, boom, that success hits you. Most interesting and most fascinating principle for you. So, have you ever saw or noticed this kind of incident, like a person who cusses a lot suddenly stops cussing because he goes through such a type of incident or action, stops cussing right away? So what's the difference? He's the same person. Well, he must be in the same physique, or his mind is in the same state, but what is different is perception. The way he perceives things. He's not thinking about stopping himself from cussing or resisting himself. He's thinking about how to respect others. He must have gotten through such an incident where his family members or he himself got into trouble because someone else was cussing him and he felt bad or something like that. I don't know, but it's all about how you perceive those things. For example, if you think that I'm trying to restrict myself from one of the most greatest problems nowadays youths have created themselves, masturbation. You're restricting yourself from that. You're restricting yourself from watching that porn you crave so much. Then it will be much harder. You're like, no, I want to watch it, but I don't. I said, no, that's not going to work. You need to think differently. You need to think, no, I'm going to do what they're doing, but with a bang. I will do it with the most greatest celebration. I will do it to recreate. I will do it to give birth to a new life. I will do it to the soulmate. I will save it for that moment. I will crave it till that moment. I will enjoy with him, her, I don't know who you are. Watching might be male, might be female. But this applies for everybody. So just change the way you think something. Don't change your whole identity, but change the way you perceive things. You are the same person, but you're just perceiving in a bit different way. And this principle works because you're not trying to limit yourself. Instead, you are trying to learn something new and improve yourself or better yourself. Now, for the last part, I'm going to tell you something most interesting thing about all of the things I mentioned, the primary things, besides the code and other things. All of those things are not searched by me on any site. I didn't go up to Perplexity AI. I didn't ask ChatGPT for help. I didn't ask Copilot for help. It was all within me. I didn't ask any writer. I didn't read any books. I didn't gain any knowledge. Well, I personally think that you need to learn something. You need to learn something from those books until you have the ability to question yourself. Once you have the ability to question yourself, you can find all of the answers within yourself. Because nobody in this world knows you fucking better than you yourself. Does any? Nobody. Who? Your mom? No, you know yourself much better. There are some things even your mom doesn't know about you. Even your dad, even your brother, even your homies don't know about you. So try finding answers within yourself. And whenever you feel like you have nobody to stick with, you are all alone, just remember, I am on the path towards betterment as along with you. Thanks for watching.